and the crabs and lobsters are loaded onto cold conveyor belts where they go through a series of meticulous steps, from peeling to steaming to sorting and packaging. High-tech machines operate continuously, creating sounds that reverberate throughout the space. Giant lobsters, full of life when they were still in the sea, now lie neatly in cooling trays, waiting for each step. The process is quick, but also risky. Every step requires absolute precision, as any mistake can cause the product to lose its premium value. And then, in the cold air of the factory, the fresh crabs and lobsters will be carefully packaged, preparing for the next journey. Each box of high-quality lobster and crab will be delivered to luxury dining tables, hotels, and restaurants around the world, where they become expensive dishes, symbols of sophistication. But few people know that behind every party there is a challenging and elaborate process, where each lobster and crab is the result of sweat and tireless effort. So, what makes this processing stage so fierce? How to preserve the freshness of these precious seafood, while all factors from technology to human hands must work in sync. Under the warm yellow light of high-class restaurants, crabs and lobsters become the shining stars on the banquet table, symbols of luxury and sophistication in seafood cuisine. The bright red lobsters, just steamed to perfection, exuding the salty aroma of the ocean, were presented on a pure white porcelain plate, garnished with a few green parsley leaves and thin slices of lemon. Have you ever wondered, before becoming a valuable dish on the dinner table, those crabs and lobsters have gone through many storms, drifting for days and nights in the cold sea? Amidst the blazing sun and rolling waves off the coast of New England, Captain Tim Handrigan bravely steers the F.V. Courtney Elizabeth out to sea each day. He was born into a lobsterman family and has been involved in lobster fishing since he was a child. Tim recalls his early days learning to set traps and pull nets when he was inexperienced but had a passion for the sea. For Tim, each lobster brought back is not only income, but also traditional pride. When I see Maine lobsters appearing in luxury restaurants, I know I am preserving the value of my homeland. Tim has experienced stormy days, high waves, and harsh weather when the ship tilted in the cold sea. Although there were rare spoils such as giant lobsters, most of the time it was a silent battle between nature and man. The lobsters that return to shore are not just seafood, but the crystallization of sweat, refrigeration technology, and patience. They are brought from the live tank to the family table, becoming a high-class dish, a symbol of coastal labor. Despite the challenges facing the lobster industry, from climate change to conservation regulations, Captain Tim and his crew continue to set sail. For them, each trip is a commitment to maintaining American maritime culture and keeping faith in the ocean. Behind every crab or lobster caught is an ecosystem under pressure from overfishing. To avoid environmental disaster, the industry must adhere to strict conservation regulations, from size limits, fishing seasons, to protecting animals during breeding season. Authorities and conservation organizations continuously monitor, inspect, and sanction violations, ensuring that exploitation takes place legally and sustainably. Measures like releasing baby crabs and lobsters and using environmentally friendly fishing methods have become industry-wide commitments. However, fishermen face many trade-offs, complying with strict regulations and sacrificing profits to protect the ocean. At the same time, modern technology is transforming the industry. GPS systems, sensors, and underwater cameras help identify rich seafood areas, monitor the environment, and optimize fishing performance while maintaining sustainability. The combination of human intelligence and technology opens up new directions, more efficient, safer, but still respectful of nature. However, the challenges of conservation remain: climate change, biological invasion, and rising demand. So the message of ocean protection needs to reach everyone, from fishermen to consumers. Because the crab and lobster fishing industry is not just about economics, but about preserving the ocean for future generations. The crab and lobster fishing industry faces significant challenges, but there is also hope thanks to technology and conservation efforts. We must work together to protect our marine resources so that the industry can thrive sustainably for present and future generations. If you love fascinating stories and want to explore more interesting topics about the natural world, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos and follow the latest videos. Thank you for watching.